Okay, I want to get back into this Arduino project now. So in the last video, what I did is I basically took apart this remote control car, and I put together, I put on this DC motor controller on top, and then I got these wires and I connected them to a breadboard, and I connected them in such a manner so I could figure out how to control the motor controller using these pins on the top, and these wires go into a breadboard. Once I figured that out, I easily just plugged them into the Arduino and programmed them to basically just turn on and off. Actually, I just had them just turn on and stay on just to make sure it worked. And I learned a few lessons in there, and the main one I learned at the very end was that I needed to connect the ground from the board to the ground here for the power to work. Today I'm just going to play around with Arduino with the PWM outputs, see if I can use them. So the PWM is for pulse width modulation. PWM ports are the ones that can kind of falsely change the voltage, so it's not really changing the voltage, it's just pulsing it on and off at a certain rate, and that rate basically mimics what a changing voltage would be. So if I have it on for 1 second, off for 1 second, it's like half on, half off, rather than just being on all the time. And you can use that to, let's say, dim an LED. That's a basic project with that. I'm going to see if I can control the speed of the motors with this, but I'm not too sure because of the way this is connected. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing here is I'm basically just telling these ports on or off. I don't think that these are going to take in a signal of partially on or partially off. So we're going to see what happens there. Maybe having it go on and off might trigger the motors to twitch instead of fully going. We're just going to see how it works and what it does. Alright, so this is our last code that we had. So we just basically had the pins on basically the digital right, which is basically just having them low or high, on or off. So now we're just going to change it up a little bit and we'll utilize just 3 of the, since we know how these pins are connected, we're just going to work on one side of the motors. So we'll just use these first 3 wires. We'll plug them into 9, 10, and 11, how about? So using the pulse width modulation, some key projects for that would be just dimming the LED, which there's a basic function that's already built into the Arduino, their little tutorials, to have it dim the onboard LED on here. Let's just plug it in. So another thing you could do is if you have an LED, oftentimes the LED, a single LED may have 3 different colors in it. It'd be red, green, and blue, just the 3 basic colors. And by dimming each one specifically, you can have the LED as a whole create a different color. So you have less blue, you have more red and green, that's going to be yellow. Alright, so looking into the pulse width modulation code, looks like we need to write, call analog write on a scale of 0 to 255. So we have digital write. Let's go, we're going to go pin 9, 10, 11. I don't even have pin 10 on here, so we're going to switch this one from 8 to 9, how about? This one from 9 to 10. Okay, those are all pulse width modulation pins. So 9, 10, 11, enable array, and then in 1, in 2. So we're going to change this to low. Low, we don't need those. We're going to change this to, from digital write to, change this from digital write to analog write. And then change those 3 there. And then instead of low, we need to go, we'll just use the 255 just to see if we're doing this right first. Verify. Compiling, done compiling. Okay, these has to be low. This has to be 0. There we go. Upload. Reset. Okay. Problem with my code. Happens. Okay, so now instead of 255, this one we're just gonna keep on, because I guess I'm pretty sure that's just saying whether it's on or off. This one we're gonna put at half. It's what, 125, I think 127 is what I saw in the example. Okay, upload. Done uploading. Reset it just for fun. It's definitely that's slower. Yeah, that's slower. Okay, let's put this to 80. Upload. Done uploading. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. So essentially what's going on here is it's putting power in either full. When you have digital write, it's putting power in full, or not putting it in. When you have analog write, you can change it to have power going full, or kind of on off, on off, on off, on off, on off really quickly, and that simulates as if the power is lower. It's not really lower, it's just on and off at a certain rate, and the speed slows down. So hey, well, I did what I wanted to do today. I figured out the analog write, the pulse width modulation, and applied it to my little RC car here, and it worked, and I'm really proud of that and really happy. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. We're going to continue working, and I'll see you in the next video.